downshift. Right now we're in the garage with the RS. And what are we putting on? The intake?
Yeah, we're gonna put in the K&N intake that we got. It's over here. So it's the Typhoon intake system. And there's the main pipe.
Yep.
But then we'll have a whole new box that the filter sits in as well. So we'll show that. And it should only take maybe an hour, hour and a half tops. We'll see, but this is what it looks like now. So you can, so it's gonna replace this factory pipe, and that's gonna replace this box as well and have a K&N filter. And yeah, let's see how it goes. The dyno sheet says it's supposed to add like 33, something like that, horsepower. Where's the dyno sheet? Yeah, 33.01 horsepower. So if that's the truth, which, I mean, obviously it's the truth, but
yeah,
that would be a lot more horsepower than I was expecting. So that'd be awesome.
So you'd be at like 385.
So we definitely should be feeling a difference.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome. All right, let's get started.
Today will be Simon. Hey, Simon. Hey, buddy. He's our like 1.5-year-old Doberman Pinscher. So yeah, we just got him like a week and a half ago, and he decided to come down with us. So you might see him in this video a little bit.
All right, step one, we need to remove the negative terminal for the battery. And so that's actually right here. And the battery for the RS is actually right in there. But we don't need it. We can actually put that thing completely back on. And we're just gonna disconnect this right now with our 13mm wrench. And here we go. All right, so I've removed the ground connection over here. I'm just gonna put a little piece of cardboard here to block this off. I'm accidentally touching something else. And we should be good to go. As I was taking this bolt out of there, towards the end, it really does start sparking a lot. That's pretty normal for removing just that negative ground wire. So we should be good, and on to part two. All right, part two, we're gonna be lifting off the cover to the motor. All right, the motor cover is now off. You'll see on this cover, there's these spots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where everything hooks in. So it clamps down onto just these little pegs right here. So you just have to, I just kind of pull up hard in each of the corners, and you can get it off pretty easily. Step 3, there's a couple things we need to do. And the instruction says remove the bolt from right here, but it's actually not a bolt. You just kind of slide that off. Just so you can see how it clips right on in there. Just slides right in there. And then we'll go ahead and release this just with a screwdriver. So this one is loose now. This is loose back here. And then this right here. This is actually 8mm. So you're gonna need an 8mm socket for that. And then when we get over the air box and you have these black ones, you're gonna need 7mm sockets for those. All right, so to remove these clamps, now that they're loose, you can loosen it and slide it this way. Then you can pull it out over that notch right there. Same thing with this one back here, it's loose. So now we can get it up over this notch here. Yeah, this one I might need to loosen a teeny bit more. All right, so I had to like really wiggle this and kind of start getting this part off first. Once I got that off, I was able to pull this part out. And now we have that removed. We'll move on to our next step, which I believe is gonna be removing this whole piece right here. So I've already loosened this right there. Same thing, just loosen that with a screwdriver. That part that clamps on is way around back, but you'll be able to see in there if you have some good light. So one other quick thing we have to do before we do that is we have to take out this sensor. And so for this, let's see if I can do this. You can press down on this and then press down that piece and you should be able to pop that right off. Pretty easy. If you're having to pull real hard, you're probably not pressing in the right space. So you just need to press down on this with like a screwdriver, and then it should come off fairly easy from there. So now we're just gonna get this piece off here. And here we go. Now we're just left with this right now. All right, so need to take this off right there, so we have access to that. And then actually don't have to take these screws off because we're gonna take the whole air box off. And I had not done this before, but it says lift and remove from mounting grommet. So if you grab on either side of the box there, you're able to kind of pop it up off these little rubber. I'll show you as soon as it's done here. We've got, I think, 2 or 3 of them off. Oh, there we go. All right, let me get this out and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I got the air box dislodged. The last thing that was connected was this was still connected in here. If you have a clip removing tool, it would be super helpful to get that out. I ended up just using, I'd use a screwdriver and then I just pulled on it with my hand. A lot harder, but if you got a clip removing tool, you can use that. So, there we go. Let's get this all the way out. All right, so what was holding on, where you have just these mounting points, and then those were just in spots like here and here and in there. So you just have to kind of wiggle it and pull it and you can get it right out. And then the other thing is, like, once you saw me dislodge this, you have to make sure and release that section and remove this inlet support right here. That one's pretty easy. It just pulls right off from that area. Have these little clips, boom, boom. All right, so the next step is we need to install the filter adapter into the inside of the heat shield. You'll notice that there's 2 spaces right there. You know, line those up with those holes. These are the screws they provided. There's one with a hex top. There's 2 with, it looks like you need an Allen wrench for those. So since there's those 2, it doesn't call it which ones, but since there's only 2 of these, I'm gonna assume it's those 2 and that this one's used for something else. So let's give it a try. All right, so this is what it looks like once it's connected. I used a 5/32 Allen wrench to be able to connect them. Trim piece, and you have to, you'll see there's a little groove here, and you have to line the entire edge. They do call out you'll have to trim, so I'll see how much I'll have to trim off of that. All right, so here's a little tip. I started right here thinking if I had to trim, this would be a nice clean spot to be able to trim and piece it back together. I should have looked all the way around because I get to here and there's this little like notched out piece. So note for you, start right there and work your babe back around. I have to do this. I'm gonna have to start this over. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. So start right there. It'll save you some time. All right, got that trim piece all the way around now. Time to move on to the next step. So far, I don't see anything I need to trim unless somehow these little end pieces get in the way. So we'll find out. The next part says to install the mounting stud and use the provided hardware. So this appears to be the mounting stud. It's not the same terminology they use in the parts list, but put this on the outside. You're gonna take your bolt and you're gonna attach it right there. And I think we should be good to go. So we're gonna do that right now. All right, so we're supposed to remove the inlet air temperature sensor from the air box. This one's a little bit tricky. If you look inside, I can't really see, but you'll be able to see a space in yours. So you have to twist it to get it off. So what you have to do is you have to get in here. And I just used, not a ton of pressure, but I was able to wedge my screwdriver in and you start lifting up this little tab just a little bit. So you want to snap it off. I think I got it so it's just moving. And then once you do that, you should be able to twist it over this little bump down there. The arrow is for when you're tightening it. But then once we get it off here, we should be able to line it up. Come on. We should be able to line it up with these holes in there. Sorry, I need both hands. I'll be right back, but give me a second. I did get it lined up with these with the right space. Now I'm just wiggling it back and forth a bit to get it to pop out. So it was that you had these little wings there, and they have to fit Next thing we need to do is remove this mount post from here. So we just need to slide this off. Almost there. Almost got it. There we go. Voila. Now we got our mount post. All right, next step, we have to take the mount post we just took off the other one, and we need to install it onto the K&N provided heat shield. That should be good. All right, next step is installing the heat shield back into the compartment. So you're gonna use that connection right there and this connection, and you no longer need that third connection. So we're gonna, those two studs that we installed, we're gonna pop those into the grommets down there and get it set in place. This is what it looks like when you're done. We got that installed down there. We got this stud in there. And we have our heat shield installed. Our next step is taking this coupler hose that K&N provided, and you slide these two clamps onto it, and then we're gonna install this first right here for now. And then we're gonna end up installing the other end of it in this side. All right, next part. We need to take this and we're gonna put that there. And then we're gonna take the sensor, and that's where the sensor is gonna be on this new tube. And the directions do call out that we need to remove this O-ring right here from the sensor before we put it in. So that's what's gonna be sitting right in between there. And I'm guessing it interferes if we leave it there. Step one complete. That worked pretty good. Looks great. All right, I removed the O-ring, as you can see, and I just kept basically wiggling this in until you feel it. You'll feel it pop. It kind of pops in, and then you feel like it sets in a little bit more securely. So I think we're good. It's like from the inset. Just wanted to try to give you a clear inside shot, if you can see it. That's what it looks like from the inside. Outside. All right, next step is we're putting in the tube, and we're gonna install it into the factory side first. Tighten that down, and then we're gonna install it in the K&N side second, and then we'll have that piece done. All right, so we're connected. Tighten these two down. Tighten this one down. I think we're nice, secure, looks good. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna plug this sensor back in. That clips right on. So now we're good to go there. All right. I'll have to get like a tie down or something and tie this in here. All right. I think the next step is going to be the filter. Okay, so the next step is the filter. So we just slide the filter on over the top here. This, and then we're going to secure it down with the clamp that's provided, and we will have our K&N filter in. All right, so the next part was to install the K&N air duct. And so first you connect it in to the heat shield, and then you basically kind of mock it up against here. This is kind of a pain. You have to like squish it so it make sure it gets around the lip here. And if you, let's see if I can get this light. If you look, can I get the right light in there? Maybe not. There we go. You can't quite tell. Okay. Oh, so you can see that little kind of cut out. You can barely see it in here. There. You need to make sure that lines up. If you don't get that cutout to line up, it's not going to sit on there properly. And now that we have this here, we have to mark 2 holes, and then we're going to take this air duct back off, and then we have to drill 1/4-inch holes, and we're going to use these plastic grommets to secure this to this area right here. Lined up, I marked my holes and I just drilled them. Those are in fact 1/4-inch. It just seemed really big to me, but it works. Just kind of freaks me out drilling into my car like that, but it looks like it's clean. So I'm gonna get both these. I'll line it up and go ahead and secure it, and then that will be all taken care of. I did have to remove this line from this clip right here, and I'll put it back on once it's in place. That's for your trunk release. All right, forgot to do one thing. I gotta take these clips off this and install them onto this one, and then put those 2 fasteners in. There you go. All right, so I took the clamps off that other piece and I got one installed on the side, one installed right here. Now we can put it back on. This is kind of a pain because the bottom part always wants to fold up. So as I'm trying to put this on, I just grabbed a screwdriver and I kind of push through the bottom parts to get it to try to clip over the bottom of this. And then you also, I showed you this before, but I'm just trying to line up that one slot over here. Oops, yeah, I'm way off. There we go. So yeah, try to do this side first where you line up that slot that I showed you just a few minutes ago. Or for you, it wasn't a few minutes, a few seconds ago. Okay. Now, just need to get this sucker to line up. Where am I getting caught? Where am I getting caught? That is in line where I need to be. That's good. So I just need to get this bottom part folded over. Oh, did I get it? Oh, maybe. Hold on a second. Don't feel like. Does it feel as good as it used to? Oh, there we go. Something is not quite lined up right. I'm not sure what it is. There we go. I think we're good. That's, yep. Okay, so we got that pretty well lined up. Now we can put in our clips in these two holes that we drilled. So one more check. See if I can get down in here. Yeah. Okay. All right, slide this down. Push it down. All right, now we got all our pins in there. Everything's connected. That's solid. Let's secure our hood latch system again. Boom. So you got the little notch cut out for there. And this needs to snap into there, doesn't it? Snap into there, into there. There we go. That's all connected. Shoot. I think we may be done other than silicone fresh air duct into the heat shield. Course board is shown secure with 2 provided retaining clips. All right. I just need to put this back on, the engine cover, and I think we're gonna be good to go. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Oh. All right.
What?
Nothing. Come on.
It's weird how it makes the wipers go.
It's basically getting power, not getting power. Yes. I know. Nice and tight. Okay. There, finally nice and tight. Woo! We did it. This is what she looks like. Here, we'll get some. So, I think it looks awesome. So we got the new heat shield, the new K&N filter, the new tube, which just looks cool. So we should be getting some more ponies here, and it will also be a little bit louder. All right, until next
For
time.
the first time after the install. Let's get Dad. Alright, heading out. So, you're saying the throttle feels a bit more responsive than it used to?
A little bit more responsive. Definitely, like people were saying, right around about 2,500 RPMs to a little over 3,000 RPMs. You get the what people call the Coke bottle whistle. You definitely do have that. Hear that? I don't know.
Yeah, it might not pick it up on the video.
So anyway, there is a it's the monotune SSC. I can't remember what SSC stands for, but it's a piece you put, it's a different connection piece that you use between the heat shield and the actual pipe, and it'll get rid of that whistle apparently. It's only a $59 part, so I'll order one of those because I don't necessarily enjoy the Coke bottle whistle. Like right now, you don't hear anything, but there's definitely a lot of times when you're riding around 3,000 RPM. So
Like on the freeway.
yeah, here let's we'll be able to get up a little bit more speed on this next road. Man, you can really hear the airflow.
Yeah. Sounds like louder, like the exhaust.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's turn around.
Okay,
All right.
sweet.
Sounds like successful. Works good. So I'm happy with that. We'll grab this other monotune part, take care of that Coke bottle whistle, and I think we'll be set.
Yeah.
We'll do some more testing
Yeah.
later when we get like at least freeway speeds.
Yeah, it's raining right now. I gotta go eat dinner, so. Yep.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We will catch you later.